There's nothing to bring one back to reality like Holocaust books. The tremendous savagery, inhumane insanity, the immoral sadism is beyond human imagination. And, you know, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who lived in Germany when the Nazi Party began, this is very, very important to understand. The Nazi Party was a political party. We see the Nazis now as this Germany, but that Nazis were not Germany. Germany had a 50% intermarriage rate. As crazy as it sounds, Germany was America. Jews were prosperous. People married one another. Whether that's good or bad is another subject. But the point is that there was complete integration in the society. And then one man came and he got Germans to decide to become killers, cold-blooded killers. There's a lady I visit every week. She told me she herself saw Germans take 100 babies, bayonet them right in front of their mothers, slaughter them. How do you get people to do that? And you know, my master is Rabbi Schneerson, Lubavitcher Rebbe, and his word to me, I can't say it's the word of God, but it's close. And when they asked him if a Holocaust could happen in America, he said, tomorrow. He was in Germany. He witnessed how a political party could turn normal people into mass savage killers. Now, at the same time, I don't want to create panic. The Rebbe said that he was a very spiritual man and very knowledgeable about Mashiach. He said that based on what the Jews have gone through, we will never suffer again. But that being said, the fact that Americans could be like Nazis, I never believed it. And that was until Obama took power. Now, suddenly you have a radical movement. See, people mistake the left wing for liberals. The left wing is not liberals at all. The left wing is radicals. The thing about a radical, whether you're left or you're right, whether you're anti-Jew or even if you're, God forbid, a Jew who's anti-Christian, it's about hate. You see, hate is an energy. A lot of people are angry. And the reason they're angry is because somebody else was angry. And that caused them to be jealous that somebody else wasn't. And so, just like when we're, God forbid, an addict, the mind will rationalize our behavior. You can ask an addict who doesn't want to change. Are you an addict? Definitely is not an addict. Nobody's an addict. Nobody does anything wrong. Why? Because you want to do the act. So the desire manifests in the mind and it controls the person's thinking pattern that the person themselves should believe that they're a good person. And positive resolution we all have to make is we have to understand that we're all born beautiful. There's no human being that's born with hate. Even Hitler wasn't born with hate. We're all born normal. But then we all have the capacity to get angry. Even little babies. My brother-in-law just came and he has a 6-month-old baby. He's a very, very clever man, my brother-in-law. And the 6-month-old baby, who he was separated from him for a couple of days, she gave him the cold shoulder a couple of times. In other words, even at that age, we can already begin to feel resentment. You abandoned me. And when we feel that people weren't there for us, particularly when somebody else was malicious to us and nobody came to help us, we become angry. And when we become angry, we become jealous that other people aren't angry. When we become jealous, we begin to see faults in them. In fact, the primary reason for breakups of marriage, based on John Gottman, who's one of the greatest researchers, is he gives an example of Aaron and Linda. He says Linda isn't happy. So she begins to see faults in Aaron. So the same person who a year ago didn't see faults, and a year later, if she's happy, won't see faults. And you can tell, I don't mean to offend anyone, but anybody who's been in a relationship knows this to be true, and it's an important thing to read. Just to bring out the point is, once a month, women can be very angry at their husband, And a couple of days later, they can love them. Why? Because when I'm suffering, I feel jealous that you're not. And so we have to get rid, as one of the greatest Americans, Joe Lieberman, he made this conference before the previous elections. He said, no labels. Don't label anyone. Now, it's true that some people are evil, but the person wasn't born evil. Nobody is evil. Now, it could be somebody is angry, and the anger is evil. But if we look at the good in people, we bring out their good. If we love and we help, it's the only way we're going to make the world a great place again.